Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? I look terrible today. Not like I ever look great, but I definitely look terrible today. I'm fully aware of it, but I'll explain why. I'm even dressed like shit. The fucking shirt's wrinkled under the sweatshirt. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'll give you a quick. I'll just sum up my day for you. You know, I'll tell you a couple of few things that happened, and then I'm gonna get on to some things I think it's time to fucking talk about, and maybe in a way that's different from any way I've talked about them before, because I think I've had enough, you know. And I heard something a little while ago, man, that really fucking disappointed me. I mean, I swear to God, you know, you think people could only go so low, but holy fuck, man. And people that you would never imagine would do certain things. Even after they've done so many horrible things, you think, okay, this is a bridge too far. They would never say anything like that. They would never jump on the bandwagon and start saying something disgusting because, you know, we were friends or whatever, you know. So this show, you know, there were several different ways I wanted to approach this show. First off, I was going to do it out of anger. You know, I was going to come on here and flip out on Angel and some other people. Then I kind of changed my mind about that, and I was going to do it in a funny, you know, comedic way, just kind of make a joke out of the whole thing last night, everything. If you don't know what I mean by last night, I'll fill you in. Then I heard this thing earlier, a little while ago, and I'll tell you what, this is something that truly bothers me. I got to be honest, that I mean, and you'll know what I mean when I tell you what it is, but it's, in a way, it's heartbreaking. You know, it's so disappointing and fucking sad that I can't even laugh about it. All I can do is get angry. So you're going to see a lot of anger come out of me today. And it's not a great day. Let me tell you how it started. First of all, I was on the phone this morning. I woke up. I had to talk to somebody at the bank because of something, you know, not important. Okay. I was on the phone with somebody from the bank, and the fucking dogs were going berserk. Okay. And Shanna was downstairs. The way the dogs were going crazy, I knew somebody was at the door. All right. But Shanna wasn't answering it. So that told me, okay, the police are here. So oh yeah, I'm going to today, Dexter. Trust me, everybody's going to want to stay and watch this whole show. Trust me. Okay. Because I got some shit to say. So anyway, I look, you know, at my cameras because I'm on the phone with the lady from the bank. So I'm looking at my cameras, and sure enough, there's a cop car across the street with the lights on. But I'm like, why is he across the street? So I told Shannon, just answer the door. I figure I'm going, you know, I always throw joggers on, whatever, some sneakers. I figure I'm going to jail. I don't even break the law. I don't know. I guess from my old life, I'm paranoid. I don't know, who the fuck knows. Well, no, it was, there was a fucking gas leak. Okay. And the house across the street is filled with gas. The gas underground is just going everywhere. And we got to evacuate our home along with everybody else in the block. Great, right? I didn't even get to brush my teeth, take a piss, nothing. But I did. I said, well, it's going to take me a few minutes. I went and used the bathroom, did what I had to do, threw some clothes on, and left with Shanna and my mom, and drove around for a while. And then eventually we were allowed to come back, and we had some stuff to do. We were moving some stuff, you know, it's not important. Me, my brother, his friend, and Shanna and everybody. So anyway, and then I went and did what I always do every day. That's why I'm not dressed the greatest. I'm never dressed the greatest when I'm doing that. And I came home about 4:30. And I come in the house, and I'm planning on how I'm going to do this show, because I knew today this was not going to be any regular show. Today was going to be a doozy, no matter how I approached it, you know. And then I get in the house and I go to wash my hands. I've been out all day, you know, doing dirty shit. Well, there's no fucking water. There's no water. Okay. Now, there's a hole in the ground across the street that's like you could fit a compact car in it. Okay. The gas companies here, everybody, cops, firefighter, everybody. Okay. So I go across the street. I said to the guy, "What's going on? I got no water." "Oh, well, the water's off." I said, "What?" I know. When do you think it'll be turned back on? He said, "Monday." I said, "Yeah, you're fucking with me, right?" And he kind of cracked a smile. I said, I'm being serious. When's the water going to be turned back on?" He said, "I don't know, but at the earliest, well, very late tonight, early tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, you motherfucker." Oh, God. So now I can't take a shit, a shower. I can't shave. I can't even take a piss. I got to go to the fucking store to use the bathroom. Okay. Not good. I seriously think I'm going to go to a hotel after this show. I'm not kidding. I don't give a fuck. So then I get this other news and I'm like, wow, man. I mean, on top of all the anger I'm feeling and the rage, this is fucking, I don't even know what to make of it. So I'm going to do this show today. And I'm going to do something that I've been considering doing for quite some time. And I wasn't sure if I was ever going to actually do it. And trust me, even though I'm going to do it, it's not going to matter. Everybody will just be saying what they said. Or I'm sorry, everybody will just keep saying what they've been saying for the last, I don't know what it's been. 13, 14 months, 15 months. I don't know. At least the scumbags will. I didn't know that I was going to be adding scumbags to that list today, but turns out I am. So you're going to see me in a lot of different moods during this show. Let me get started. That's funny. I'm sorry I'm not reading a lot of comments or anything or doing shout outs. I got a lot on my mind, as you can imagine. Listen, guys, Miss can't be wrong. Who knows? It could be anybody on MobTube. I just don't know what I did wrong. This conversation about my mom, let me tell you guys something, okay? And I know, compassion and sympathy and empathy, there's a shortage of it on MobTube. Trust me, I'm fully aware. I know that the people who are jealous of me and hate me because of their jealousy, there's no amount of suffering that I could go through that would be enough for them. There's no amount of pain I could be in that would be enough to satisfy them. It's impossible. There's no tragedy big enough that they would leave alone, because their fucking envy and jealousy and anger and resentment towards me is so strong and so severe that they won't miss an opportunity to stick that knife in and twist it a little more. It's funny because I can't do it to people. I can't. Tony Peets is one of the biggest attackers of my mother. And I never, I trust me, there was a time when I flipped out just to get back at him, and I said some horrible things about his mother, but that was back then, a long, long time ago in the beginning when, listen, I don't give a fuck what anybody wants to say. Everybody knows goddamn well, even saying those things was more than justified with what he was saying about my family. But even when I spoke to the woman, I was an absolute sweetheart to her, and to this day, since then, I haven't said a bad word about her. I never will, Then there's other people too, like there's the Johnny Max, and SoFlo's even done it. And a lot of people have jumped on that whole mama dying thing. The thing I'm talking about. What shocked me is who the newest person to jump on that bandwagon is. Because the other day I was doing a show, and two what I thought were trolls came in here and said that Gunsmoke was basically talking about my mother, the whole mama dying thing, you know, and I guess in his own little way called me a liar. Now, that's what I was talking about in the beginning of the show. I don't talk about this guy. I don't say anything bad about him. I did one show because he just went batshit crazy and started trashing me, like for a whole fucking night. And I responded. Yeah, I just got a text. He did. I responded with one show, you know, and even if you know, when I'm just on a rant, I take some little dig or I some subliminal shot at him, whatever. It's never anything vicious. It's never anything cruel. You know, when I'm the type of guy that if with everything Gunsmoke's done to me, and he's done some evil shit, as you guys know. If God forbid something happened to his grandfather right now, I would still feel for him. You know what I mean? Still. And I would probably do what I did when his mother passed. I would probably try to raise money so he could have some time, you know, so he doesn't have to rush back to YouTube, so he can grieve before he has to come back and deal with this horse shit. I'd probably send him a very heartfelt, you know, well thought out message of my condolences and, you know, my feelings towards, let me just say, you know, my awareness of his feelings for her and, you know, what he must be going through. You know, I understood, you know, because I spent my whole life terrified that my mother was going to die, my whole life, because my mom's been sick since I was little. So maybe I didn't, that wasn't as well spoken as I would have liked it to have been, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I sent him when his mother passed a long message, and I told him, you know, not only did I send my condolences, but I knew how much he loved her, and it broke my heart. And even writing that text, I was in tears, you know. And that's what I would do now if it happened. You know, if God forbid something happened to his grandfather, anybody close to him. We were friends at one time, and, you know, even if we weren't, you know, you're talking about somebody's mother, somebody's loved one, you know. The compassion I had for that dude when that happened, and the fact that for all these fucking people, including him, who like to say shit like I'm all about money, you know, because now he's all about the whole mama dying scam, as they call it. I'm such a scammer. I need money so bad that when you face tragedy, I gave up all my money for you. I told everybody to donate the money they're going to give me to you so you could have some time off. And my heart broke for you. I just can't imagine how somebody who spoke to me for years, day in and day out, who has spoken to my mother on multiple occasions, who my mother liked, who my mother used to always ask me about. You know, somebody who on many occasions I told uh, about my fears since I was little of my mom, not waking up one day. I've told you guys, my mom got a pacemaker when I was like, I don't know. I was like 8 years old, something I don't even know what I was. I was very young. I was a little boy. And she was in the hospital for a while. It wasn't like now. Now you get a pacemaker, you could do it on a fucking lunch break, for Christ's sake. It wasn't like that then. She was gone for a while. We lived in Queens. I was terrified. So, ever since then, I had that fear that, like every day if I woke up and I didn't hear her, I wouldn't leave my bedroom. Anyway, because I was afraid I'd find her, To this day, every single day, uh, that's that's my routine, Even if I wake up and Shanna's already been awake, if I don't hear my mom moving around, I'll ask her if she's seen my mom today. Sorry, guys. Bear with me, I'm trying. So anyway, you know, doing my best. I'll snap out of it. It'll just happen. Give me a second. Anyway, I there's only so many people who I've told these stories to and expressed these things to. And he was one of those people. I got to get my shit together. Anyway, the point is, when Tony Pizza's saying it, or Johnny Mac is saying it, or Tony SoFlo is saying it, or anybody else, it really doesn't matter. They're scumbags. We all know they're scumbags. Especially somebody like Pizza. Pizza doesn't give a fuck about his own mother. He doesn't give a fuck if she lives or dies. Now, I won't say that about the other two guys. I know SoFlo, for example, loved his mother very much. I'm not saying anything like that. But SoFlo did jump on this and call me a liar. The first day after I did that show where, I was crying like a little bitch, he did a show and, he did a very nice show. And I guess I didn't give him the credit he felt like he deserved. So then he started attacking me. And all of a sudden, the whole big thing was, the whole thing was one big lie. And I was full of shit. My mom's just fine. So the point is, though, even, coming from those guys, even him, somebody I was actually friends with, it doesn't even bother me that much, but with people like Johnny and Pizza, it doesn't bother me at all. I couldn't give a fuck, because look at who they are and what they are. You know what I mean? They don't know me. I've never told them anything in confidence. They're people who would do something like what they're accusing me of doing. Tony Pizza, if he could take advantage in some way of his mom just being old, and let's face it, anybody that age is on their way out. If she, let's just say, was diagnosed with an illness tomorrow or something, he would use it in every way, shape, and form to make money off of it. And he would take money from her in the process. And probably if he showed her any love or care or support, it would be just because he's expecting something after she passes. I know that about these people. That's why when fucking scumbag trolls come in here and say, "Oh, mama die," and how about the mama die and scam mommy? Somebody left a comment the other night, "Did your mom die yet?" Like, I don't know this person. That's how much you hate me. That you're hoping that my mom dies so I can suffer. You don't care about her. You don't know her. She didn't do nothing to you. You hate me, so you want her to die. Anyway, but Gunsmoke, this motherfucker, I told him a million times. I told him, he knows my life story. He knows how sick my mother's always been. I've told him a million fucking times. He knows that I take care of my mother. He knows that she lives with me so I could take care of her. But the other day when a couple of trolls came in here and said, Gunsmoke, said you were lying about your mom being sick. I remember, guys, I said, no. There's no way. Gunsmoke. I literally said he would never say anything like that because I didn't think he reached that level of scumbaggery yet. I never thought he would ever, to be honest. I said, there's no way. I remember I was sure of it. I told him, you're lying. There's no way. That's one thing he would never say. He said it. I heard it with my own ears. Ben41, thank you for being a new member, and thank you for the 20. All you haters, FPS, we got you, bro. Thank you, Ben41. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, I just found out. He really said it. He said he was talking about that when I got jumped. They shouldn't even be discussing that anymore. It's just a warning for everybody. But he said the mama dying stunt. This is what Gunsmoke said. The mama dying stunt. That guys, I want to remind you again, in case I haven't said it enough times. Gunsmoke knows for a fact that my mom is sick and dying. He knows it for a fact. What was I telling him in private conversations every day for? Why? Was I looking for donations from Gunsmoke? No, he knows. I don't know if he's just, trying to impress Pizza or that fucking faggot in England, whatever his Mark, that fucking scumbag. I don't know who he's trying to impress or be like or follow. I don't know. But that is, out of all the scumbag shit he's done, which is lie and tell a story they could have gotten someone in my family killed just by putting that rumor out on the street, even though it's bullshit. And then, leaving me hanging in a situation where I could have been killed just because you're angry that I haven't picked up your phone calls. But now this. And The person who told me about it today, who I trust very much, told me, don't, it's not worth starting trouble over. Don't even say nothing. And I'm like, I thought about it. I said, maybe I won't, but there's no way I can't. There's no way I can't. You're not talking about me, motherfucker. You're talking about my mother. And yeah, it's different when it comes from you. It certainly is. It's different from when it comes from you. It's not like anybody else on MobTube saying it. It's not like if Angel said it, or if SoFlo said it, or if any of those, scumbags said it. No, it's different. And everybody knows why. Of course, we were friends. I did a lot for you. A lot. Even when you didn't deserve it from me. But you didn't just call me a liar, motherfucker. You called my mom a liar. You gonna apologize? Gunsmoke, you gonna apologize? Guys, listen. It was August 22nd of last year. Okay. August 22nd. That my mom got that news. Now, you guys saw me. I was talking to somebody earlier. I said, if you were to ask me, Chris, do you think your biggest haters actually think you were lying about that? I would say absolutely not. Nobody, I don't care how stupid you are or how blinded by envy and jealousy you are. Nobody could look at me that night and say, he made this up. And I'll tell you a couple of reasons on top of the fact that I was obviously hysterical and couldn't even control my fucking self. I was so heartbroken. Who pulls a scam and immediately before he even pulls this so-called scam tells people, do not donate because the money will make no difference. It's not like I just said, do not donate. And you guys could say, oh, well, he's just saying that they're going to donate anyway. No, I told you why you shouldn't donate, because she has insurance. She has insurance. What the fuck happened here? And everything is covered. I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not, you can't buy time. I wish you could. You can't buy time. So what would have a bunch of donations got me? If I showed you my income for the month before that, July, it was probably about $9,200 and something. Why am I telling you that? Because why in the fuck would I have to pull the sickest scam anybody could ever pull to make money when I'm already swimming in it? Why in the fuck would I tell people don't donate? There's no point. Your money can't help this situation. Why would I say when Shinebox suggested, let's do a fundraiser? Why would I say no? Shinebox, I thank you, but no, because you know why I said that? And I even said it on the show. I don't know that anything's going to happen yet. People in the chat were telling me that whole show, don't believe this because my mother was told 6 months and she lived 3 years. My mother was told, 30 days and she lived whatever. You know what I mean? In other words, the doctors are wrong all the time. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Chris Santos. It's too late. See, all I tried to do was express myself on an addiction recovery show because I was on the verge of something possibly very bad happening. And my friend Don Berlin suggested it. Now, do I talk about my mother? No. My mother had a procedure and everything. I'm not telling you shit no more. No. Because if I said today that I got a flat tire, you cocksuckers would try to say I'm trying to raise fucking money. Do you know what an evil fucking piece of shit you'd have to do to pull a stunt like that to say, or you'd have to be to pull a stunt like that to say my mother's dying? But you know who says that I was pulling a stunt? People that would do that very thing. for money. Otherwise, you couldn't even fathom somebody doing something like that. Normal people couldn't fathom another normal human being doing anything like that. Okay. Now, throughout this show, I'm going to show you guys some things, and I'm going to show you something that none of you have ever heard. And I'm also going to snap a little bit. So if you're thinking about leaving, it's up to you, but I wouldn't. Now I'm going to play this one more time because this was the night of. All right. Listen, let me just say something because I have to preface everything with this. I'm not doing anything for donations. There's no point in giving me money for what I'm about to tell you. Money ain't going to help the situation. Nothing's going to help the situation. So this isn't sad fishing. It certainly isn't. So, I'm not, because, that's the first thing that'll be said. You know my thing. If you enjoy the entertainment, donate. Don't worry about donating because of what's going on with me. It's not going to make a difference.
And I can assure you of one thing. If you relapse, it'll be short. So, that's not a solution. No.
Let me say real quick, Shinebox, thank you so much for that. But we don't have to do that yet. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm still refusing to accept this as an outcome. I refuse. And I'm going to go and I'm going to scream at some fucking doctors tomorrow. So thank you so much for suggesting that, but not yet.
My suggestion is don't scream at the doctors, ask them questions and ask about options. I
was just going to say the same.
Now, I had to take Ben 41's comment down. I didn't realize it was blocking the comment on the screen. But the comment on the screen, if you looked, was Shinebox saying, I suggest we use tomorrow's show to raise finances for the family or something like that. Okay? Now, I was not about to do that because of the same bullshit I've been going through, but even way worse. Imagine if I would have done a fundraiser. Imagine. And quite honestly, I'm not going to take people's money if I don't know if this is even true yet. What if my mom doesn't die in 2 5? What? I took all this money? No, I'm not Tony fucking Pizza. Never in a fucking million years. I've never scammed anybody. What I've done is entertained the shit out of all you people. The people who love me and the people who hate me. That's it. You're the scammers. And I can fucking tell you things about people you guys would fucking pass out if you heard. That would change your opinions about people forever. Not going to, but I can. Okay. Now, that was that. Now, let me show you something else. I want you guys to see this. And this is why I'm talking the way I'm talking today, and I'm talking about who I'm talking about. Let me see something. I want to do something real quick. Sorry, I had the volume down. All I said was, let me see something. I want to do something real quick.
Hello?
Hey, before you say anything, I'm live and everybody can hear you. Is that all right?
Yes.
All right. There's some real scumbags on here, Ma, and they're trying to say that I'm lying about this situation.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you believe this bullshit? And one of them used to be my goddamn friend.
Uh-huh.
So, Ma, what were you told? What were you told 2 weeks ago?
I went to the doctor to check into a Watchman because I have bleeding under the skin. And he told me my heart was too weak. And he believed that within weeks, my heart would completely fail. I wouldn't be able to breathe. And I would have to start looking into other things like hospice and stuff like that. So,
And they've been trying to push this LVAD on you for how long?
oh my gosh, for I would say 8 months, something like that.
I thought it was even longer, actually.
It could be a year. I mean, they wanted me to have it, and I refused. The first time I met someone who had it, and it seemed terrible to me, and so I refused it then.
Yeah. What were your thoughts when Kayla was giving us that little LVAD education?
Oh my God, I couldn't. It was overwhelming.
Now remember what I just said about Kayla and the LVAD education. You're going to need to know that in a few minutes.
Number one, and suddenly a thought came into my head that, whenever I was meant to die, that's when I was going to die, whether I had that stupid LVAD or not. That's the way I believe. I believe it's, a date of birth and date of death is already determined, and that's when it's going to be, no matter what. So.
And you didn't want to spend, you didn't want to take the chance with the surgery and then spend a year of misery recovering and have no quality of life and all that horse shit.
More than a year I would have to, prior to getting it, I would have to see every possible doctor there is, and have tests, and I had to be given a total clean bill of health. So 4 months before and a year after, it was, hell. And I didn't want to waste that time.
No, of course not.
So.
Hey, Miss Campero.
Hey, I was just kind of hang backstage to get rid of some of these comments I don't want you to see. And if I can be back here, I can do that.
I appreciate it. You want me to put you down here?
Yeah, just put me down here and I'll watch from the back. Because like I say, some of these comments about your mom and stuff, if I delete them, you don't even have to look at them. Acknowledge them.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye. All right. You going to apologize, Gunsmoke? Calling my mom a liar? Is that the hill you want to die on? You're gonna listen to people like Tony fucking Pizza? After everything we talked about every day for years? You're gonna call my mom a liar? You sure you want to do that? Are you gonna apologize? Now listen, guys. I didn't even want to talk about this fucking guy today. Like I said, I just found this out. How could I ignore this? What do you think I'm gonna do? You still, what do you think? You're hanging something over my head? What do you think? You could just walk all over me? Is that what you think? You're gonna call my mom a liar now? Because it wasn't just me that said it. Tony, do you mind if I record this just so I could play it back? Because I always forget everything that's said when I talk to you.
No, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Because the other day when we talked, I was trying to remember everything you said, and I couldn't. My memory is shot, Tony.
All right, so tell me where your thought processes are.
As far as
You met with Kim and Kayla a couple weeks ago.
Tanya, all I heard, okay, months leading up to getting the LVAD and for a year after is sheer hell. And I don't want to waste that kind of time. Okay? I can't shower. I have to visit every possible doctor to get a clean bill of health. That takes months. I mean, doctor said weeks, and he said weeks. That's.
Did you hear that? Now, the only gaps you're hearing, I'm cutting out doctors' names. Did you hear what you just said? Doctor said weeks, and he said weeks. Calling my mom a liar, Gunsmoke? How about anybody else? You want to call my mom a liar? I'll let you hear it again.
I mean, doctor said weeks, and he said weeks. That's.
Oh, none of us know. We don't
Of course
know.
not.
Like, we don't know. We don't. I don't know if it's weeks, months, years. I
course
mean,
you
I've
can't.
been doing this for a long time, and you know how many times I've been wrong? Like, both ways, like that, wrong, because there's so many things involved in
Well,
cardiac health. We don't know. And I support you, and I've told you this before, 110% at whatever your decision is. I just want you and Chris to be on the same page, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want, sometimes people do this, and sometimes people do this. And when people do this and they wind up in the intensive care unit unconscious with a breathing tube, then it's this person that's making the decision. And so we just want everyone to be on the same page with very clear expectations and what outcomes can or can't be. Like, if we do this, and then about here you say, I'm not going back to the hospital, Tanya, I want hospice, then I will move heaven and earth and get a hospice in place, and that's what we do. But
Gunsmoke, why would she need hospice? What, do they just give hospice to anybody, healthy people? Is that what they do? What's hospice, Gunsmoke? Do you know?
if we do this, and now we're all in the intensive care unit, and us, or Dr. Matt standing there going, I know very well that Hope could do this. Chris, what do you want to do? And then the decision's being put back on your family. So we just want to make sure that we all are on the same page. We all really. Chris was surprised to hear that we were worried about you, but Dr. Mack and I have been worried about you for 18 months. Like, we've been having this conversation.
Well, I was just taken by surprise about the couple of weeks comment.
Yeah.
But
Dr. Almighty.
like when I told you about her being willing to do the LVAD thing, it changed once we went and had the education thing, whatever you call it. That would be the LVAD education with Kayla. And did you hear what I just said to the doctor? It was just the 2 weeks comment that got me.
Chris was surprised to hear that we were worried about you, but Dr. Mack and I have been worried about you for 18 months. Like, we've been having this conversation.
Well, I was just taken by surprise about the couple of weeks comment.
Yeah.
But
Dr. Almighty.
like when I told you about her being willing to do the LVAD thing, it changed once we went and had the education thing, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I'm with her now 100%. I wouldn't get it, so I don't blame her.
Now, if you said no to an LVAD, I would be at your doorstep, dragging you out of the house.
Well, Tanya, I am Superman, and I am not going to need one ever.
I mean, I will support her 110%. I'm not supporting you 110% because of your age. But teasing, aside.
Family.
Okay.
We're tough as nails.
We are tough as nails, Mom. Gonna apologize, Gunsmoke? Now, none of you other motherfuckers, Mark, no, you're not man enough, are you, you fucking pussy, to actually say, oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ. That's a recording of Chris and his mom and the doctor. What did they fucking stage that too? Looks like Chris's mother was told that she has a couple of weeks to live. And Chris just came on to express himself about it. And while he was doing that, he asked people not to send money because it wouldn't help. Now, would his apology mean anything? No. I just want to see if he's man enough, and I'm talking about Gunsmoke, to apologize and say I was wrong. I never should have said that. He wouldn't lie about his mother dying. And what do I do if you don't apologize? Is this not talking about my family, what you just did right here? You call my mother a liar? You're talking about my family now? What would happen if it was reversed and I was talking about yours? What would you do? So, again, guys, I don't lie. I don't lie. And I certainly would never lie about that. Because when other people are being taken care of, I am taking care of my mother. Okay? Me and my wife have made sacrifices. Many, many sacrifices. So that I could have her here with me and take care of her. Right? Many, many sacrifices. You think I would lie? Really? Now, again, do I believe that anybody really ever thought I was lying? No, of course not. They just say it, and they'll continue to just say it. This isn't going to change a thing. But you know what? For any of the people whose opinion I actually care about, if you ever had any doubt in your mind that I was telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, then I don't think you have those doubts anymore. I'm a guy who grew up in an abusive, very, very abusive household. You know, my father was a fucking animal. The shit he did to us, the shit he did to her. My mother wasn't allowed at her own child's funeral because my dad and grandfather and Fritzy and those guys were taking care of anything or everything. I'm sorry. And for some reason, my father wouldn't even allow her to come. That's just one of many, many things. The physical abuse he gave to my brother, the verbal abuse he gave me. So, see, all I ever had was my mother. Even when my father was there, he wasn't there. He didn't have anything to do with us unless he, needed somebody to take out some anger on. So that's all I had. So if I was on the balls of my ass and I had nothing, if I didn't have 2 cents in my pocket and I was living on the fucking streets starving to death, I wouldn't lie about my mother being sick. But again, the only people who think I would are people who would do that themselves. Now, I have a dilemma here because I can't let this slide. I just can't. So I don't know what's going to come in the future. I don't know what's going to happen. But there needs to be an apology for this, at the very least. Yeah, I'm only directing this at one person because I wouldn't have even done this show and talked about this today if it wasn't for his big fucking mouth the other night on that clown show talking about FBS's mama dying stunt. Should we talk about stunts? You want to do that? I don't think you do. No. There was no stunt. And you knew it better than anybody. But what'd you want to do? You're trying to score more brownie points with your idol, Tony Pizza? So you said this shit to impress him? Is that what it is? You're in a situation in life where you need to impress Tony fucking Pizza? All right. Listen, it's like I don't have to attack anybody for having Tony Pizza on. Tony Pizza already attacked you and your whole fucking family. And you're making an asshole out of yourself no matter who you are. If you got that scumbag on your show, I don't have to add anything to it. I don't have to tell you any more about yourself than you should already know, than the people in your chat know, than the people closest to you know. No matter who you are, if you platform him, you're saying enough about yourself. I don't have to tell people anything new. I don't have to get mad. Blood pressure. Not at all. You're showing people who you really are. Now, speaking of which, to lighten things up a little bit, let me just see something. Oh yeah, that I've known for a long time. I know. I think some people I think some people are starting to feel like they can push boundaries a little bit. Maybe they think because me and SoFlo ain't friends anymore. Maybe some people are under this delusion that maybe I need SoFlo and that I'm not dangerous enough by myself. He can't even beat me. What the fuck's he gonna do to help anybody else? What do you guys forget who I am? I'll take on the whole fucking mob tube starting right now, and I'll win because I always do. So is that it? Is that people think like, oh, he ain't got SoFlo to back him up anymore? I can start pushing buttons. Is that what it is? Or is it just you get comfortable every now and then and you think, okay, I could throw some jabs in there? Is that what it is? Let me tell you motherfuckers something, all of you. If you think you got something on me, if you think you're holding something over my head, if you think that you can walk all over me because there's something I'm afraid of, go right ahead and blow your load. You know what I mean? Put it all out there. Do whatever you want. Unleash FBS. Then you got to deal with me for fucking ever. Because the only things that might be holding me back won't be holding me back anymore. And that goes to everybody. And let me say one more thing. If you got a fucking problem with me, if you're looking for a fight, rather than being a pussy and bringing Tony Pizza on to talk shit about me, talk shit yourself. Don't try that, oh, I'll let Tony Pizza talk shit, and then when FBS does something, I could blame him for whatever happens. No, be a fucking man, whoever you are. Say what you got to say. And if you want smoke with me, let me know. Now, the Gunsmoke thing, I've already allowed what? I just heard earlier 3 nights he had Pizza on his show talking shit about me. How long you expect me to let that go? Because let's face it, you can't handle that. If I bring somebody on here and I play the same childish game, what are you going to do? It's going to drive you insane. This shit don't bother me. Now, let's move on to Angel. Angel, and by the way, let me just add to it too. And I ain't talked about SoFlo yesterday. I'm not really trying to talk about him today. But if that's it, if anybody thinks that, oh, I've made up with SoFlo now, he'll have my back. Good luck. You think I won't take on you and SoFlo and everybody else at the same fucking time? You think I give a fuck? You think he could somehow protect you? Big mistake if that's what you think. You couldn't be more wrong. And I don't give a fuck about whether SoFlo attacks me or Gunsmoke attacks me or Angel attacks me or everybody as a group attacks me. I don't give a fuck. You're never going to see a day where I say, uh-oh, Time to calm down. Time to shut your mouth, FBS. I just wanted to put that out there. Okay. For anybody who thinks that I'm in some way or shape or form shook that, oh, now if I have some sort of smoke with you, SoFlo is going to get involved. Do you hear me when I talk about him? I couldn't give a fuck. Okay. Anyway, Angel last night had Tony Pizza on. This is where it'll be a little more fun and funny. And you know what, guys? I'm going to ask people to donate on this show, and I don't give a fuck anymore. I need as many of you as possible to donate. If not just to help me out with the bread, but you know, because it'll irritate the fuck out of certain people. And to be quite honest, I fucking deserve it. So I'm going to ask people to donate today without a fucking doubt. And you know what? Who gives a fuck? Because what I should have done that night, I should have just said, you know what? Yeah, everybody donate. While I was sitting here crying like a little bitch, because you would have said that I did it anyway. You did say that I did it anyway. So what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? Whether I say, hey, donate, or I don't say, hey, donate, you'll still say I'm begging and scamming people. So, yeah, I don't give a fuck, guys. Donate to me if you can, and donate right now. I'd appreciate it. Let me shout some out. Bobby Berberian, $20. Thank you, sir. Baby A, $10. Haters can suck it. Thank you. Isaac FTZ, $15. I hope your day gets better, bro. Bro, all I want is the water turned back on. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Chris Capello, $25. Thank you, sir. Tony Ducks, $20. My man. Yeah. Let's make people eat shit today. Yeah, donate if you can. Since they say I've been pulling the same scam now, or they say I pulled a scam fucking well over a year ago. Fuck it. Might as well collect on the scam I never pulled, right? Ben 41. Oh, I shouted you out, and you're being a new member. Thank you. Don't be afraid to keep donating, guys. It's getting towards the end of the month. Tom Sheehy isn't around, so we can't rely on him. You know, so help me out if you can. It would mean the world to me. All right. Wait. Joey Dimes, $5 for take a bath. You stink. Thank you for making me laugh, Joey Dimes. Ben 41, 10 pounds. Match, comrades, please. Thank you. Ben 41, as you guys know, is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. And when he says match, you must match. Ben, I saw what you said about being in blue. You just came back. I think I unblocked you. I love that you're donating, and I appreciate it very much. But just give me a little bit of time. Don't get mad at me. I'll give you a wrench eventually. I just got to make sure, you know what I mean? Because I don't know. So believe it or not, some people would donate just so they could get a wrench and then, you know, fuck me over somehow. But you seem like a good dude. This is a really nice one. Hold on. I'm getting to Angel, guys, and we're going to have some fun. And guys, let me tell you something, okay? The reason I was getting all broken up earlier, it's not about this dude. You know what I mean? It's about my mom. It's about this constant fucking talk. Constant conversation about my mom and her health. Meanwhile, if I talked about any of your fucking mothers, what if I came on here today and said, Gunsmoke's grandfather isn't really sick? I don't even know if he's sick, but let's just say he was saying he's sick, and I did that. He'd throw a fucking fit, right? What if I said that about anybody's family member? They'd go berserk, right? But you guys think you can keep talking about my fucking mother. You are wrong, and I don't give a fuck what you know or think you know or have or think you have. I swear to fucking God, if you talk about my mother or allow anybody to do it ever again, my wife also, or my daughter, it'll be fucking war like you've never seen in your fucking life. And I will be able to handle anything you do. You will not be able to handle what I do. None of you. You know me. All right, but can I say the screen name? You always get me with that. Because you might not want that either. Let me know. Because I just got another $20 donation, but I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Guys, I appreciate you looking out today. It's very important today, you know? So, yeah, I'm getting, that's what I got broke up about. It's this constant conversation, and I got to relive this shit all the time. I got to think about I don't get 5 fucking minutes to forget about the fact that she's as sick as she is, because you motherfuckers just want to keep reminding me. You know what I mean? It takes a toll on you. Yeah, it does. And I'm sitting here, I got to play a conversation of me listening to her being told that she's dying. Now, I expect the trolls and scumbags to put me in that position. I never thought Gunsmoke would be the guy that pushed me to the point where I finally had to play something that I've held back from playing for whatever it's been, well over a year, that I refused to play for all that time. I never thought that would be the dude. But at this point, nothing's a surprise anymore. I'll tell you one thing, bro. You better fucking hope and pray that I never decide to get you back for all these things you've done to me. So anyway, and I don't mean anything. Come on, relax. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm just saying we do things to each other on here. You know, I've chosen to take the high road and not retaliate because I used to be friends with the guy. Oh, of course. Yeah. No doubt. All right. I'm 73 and my son moved in to take care of me so I wouldn't have to go to a nursing home. You got a good son, and I'm glad to hear that, BB. All right. Angel. So last night I'm out with my wife. And let me tell you something about these dumb fucking haters. They can't even make up their mind. Last night I got 2 comments on 2 different videos or community posts or something. One guy said, "You say this is your job, but you don't watch any of these shows. Shouldn't you put some effort in and watch some of these shows?" Now, this is like the comment we got the other day where the guy said afford instead of effort. Probably the same guy. So he said, "I don't watch any of these shows." Okay. And therefore, I shouldn't call this my job, because if it's my job, I should put that type of effort in. The very next comment I saw was a guy saying that because I commented about Angel's show, then I have no life. I'm always home, and I watch YouTube 24 hours a day, according to this guy. That's what he said. Meanwhile, I was out. Me and Shadow were out. And somebody texted me and said, Tony Pizza was on Angel's show, and he just started talking shit about you, and she let him. Okay? Now, I was kind of pissed off because that's what I asked people not to send me. And I'm not going to lie, it distracted me from Shanna for about a half an hour. Because I got sent the clip next and I listened to it. And I'm going to tell you what I heard. I heard Tony Pizza start talking shit, and about 20 seconds after he started talking shit, Angel was like, whoa. I swear to God. And she let him talk for a little. And then it pissed me off because what she said was not, "Oh, that's not true," when he was talking about the so-called mama dying thing. She didn't say, "Oh, that's not true." She said, "I don't want to get in trouble. Don't say that." That fucking irritated me. That irritated me. And I was going to do a show today where I was just going to absolutely tear into fucking Angel. I've changed my mind. I don't want to do that. Plus, I do think she defended me a couple of times last night. Now, Angel, again, I'll tell you this over and over. Let's just say, Miss Can't Be Wrong, you there? I don't know if she's available right now. All right, let's just, I'll do it. I'll do the 2 people, okay? So, I'll be FPS and Tony Pizza. So Tony Pizza comes on my show. Like, let's just say I fell and hit my head and I fucking got a traumatic brain injury, God forbid. And, you know, from that, I decided that Tony Pizza's a good guy and I want him on my show. Okay, so Tony Pizza comes on. Let's just pretend this is Tony Pizza. All right, this screen up here, Miss Campion. Let's pretend that's Tony Pizza. I apologize for that, Miss Campion. And I'm like, so what's up, Tony Pizza? What's new, bro? How's
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, you're there?
Yeah, I'm here. What you want me to do? Let's go.
All right, so let's do this. Okay, so I'm Tony Pizza.
You know what? I'm just, you know, trying to make a buck. That FBS just won't let me earn.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You want me? How about I be Tony Pizza and you be Angel? No.
Oh, okay. I'll be Angel.
Okay, just let me talk shit for like 30 seconds and then tell me I should stop.
Okay.
So you're Angel. Hey, Angel, listen, I always had a lot of respect for your father. You know, I thought he was a great guy. As a matter of fact, I was kind of a student of his. He made me in a private ceremony. By the way, that fucking scumbag FBS, he should fucking die. And his mother, by the way, his mother isn't shit.
No, Tony, don't talk about him. You're just going to get me in trouble.
Well, listen, let me just, all I want to say is, listen, his fucking mother isn't really shit. And he's a scumbag who pulled a mama dying.
Wait.
Okay, you want me?
Wait. You know he didn't do all that.
There you go. That would have been the perfect response. Thank you. We didn't even rehearse this. I didn't even tell her to say that part. Yes. All I would have liked was for Angel to say, wait a minute. Because I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And Angel could get mad at me for saying this if she wants. Every now and then, for one reason or another, we might send a text back and forth. And it's usually like, I'll give you an example. Angel's dog died. I felt fucking terrible for her. Okay, I did. I knew she was heartbroken. I knew she loved the dog. Okay, and I sent her a message right away, and I said, I'm truly so sorry about you losing your dog. Something along those lines. You know, you have my condolences, and stay strong. You know, and she sent a nice message back. You know, and she messaged me after the news about my mom, and we maybe text chatted a little bit. She knows we were friends, me and Angel. She knows how I feel about my mom.
Well,
she knows that.
She did say last night when Pizza kept trying to go back to you harassing his mom and this and that, she did interrupt him and say, that's not true. Nobody bothered your family. Because he was saying, this is the one thing that, you catch Pizza in lies. He's like, my mom and sister were watching my show and watching FBS's show, seeing super chats and mom's name come up. That's a lie. Because he said they're all estranged. We know that. And he just lies.
Wait, what was he saying again? I'm so sorry. Tell me again.
He said that his mom and sister were watching your show, seeing her name come up in super chats, and that's a straight lie because he said himself that the sister ain't been around in years. So he just contradicts himself left and right and lies.
Yeah, he's absolutely full of shit.
But she got on him a couple of times, called him out on a couple of things he said.
I know, but I totally forgot what I wanted to do. Let's okay, you be Tony Pizza now, and I'm Angel.
Okay.
So hey Tony, how have you been? I saw you wanted to grab the link. I figured I'd bring you on. What do you have to say?
I just wanted to apologize. I didn't mean to talk all that stuff about you. I said I'm sorry.
Okay, you don't want to say anything about it. I mean, you might want to add that. Eventually, you got to start talking about me. So let's try again.
That FBS is.
Oh, that's it. You're gone, Tony Pizza. See, that's what Angel. That's what I would have done. That's all. You know what I mean? I would have just. That's my advice. Like last night, I left a comment on my community post, and I said, Angel, didn't you hear what I said the other day about having pizza on your show? Big fucking mistake. And I called her a dopey broad. Angel, I apologize for calling you a dopey broad. I was a little pissed off. And I kind of had a reason to be. You got to admit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I did. No matter what, you let somebody talk shit. Anyway, it don't matter. But I said that. And then let's just say I'm pretty sure she got very angry about it. Maybe might have responded in her own little way. I wasn't saying that when I did the show the other day,
is your mic unplugged or your earbuds? Your audio is something's up.
Man, Fuck. Hold on. The one time I don't check. All right. So
There you go.
today, I wasn't saying that you can't have Tony Pizza on your show or
Right.
anybody else for that matter. I was saying what Tony Pizza does is he uses you guys. He'll go up on your panel, and if you ever notice, within seconds, maybe minutes, if not seconds, he starts talking about me and my mom or somebody in my family.
Well, like that
my wife,
Kim's
whatever.
tripping made a perfect point. She's like, he comes over, takes over your show, says things he knows that you're going to be held responsible for. That's what she said to Angel. And she was right. She's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying the other day. That's why I made that comment. I wasn't
And then he
threatening Angel.
lied
I
to
was
Angel.
saying.
Said he
Did he?
wasn't streaming her when he was. They asked him 3
Oh.
or 4 times, are you streaming or have you got YouTube on? And he said no. And at the very end, he finally said he was. And I could tell that kind of irritated her because it is rude and it is in poor taste. And he
Yeah,
lied
so-
about it. And he lied.
Yeah. So that's my point. My point is what I was saying the other day is, first of all, he's using you. He hates all of us. He hates
Mhm.
Angel. He hates Gunsmoke. He hates me. He hates SoFlo because he hates his own mother. He hates everybody. Okay. So he's smart enough to know. He grabs your link and he starts talking about me, and boom, now me and you have trouble.
Yep.
You know, so he does that on purpose. Okay. And even if he there's no diabolical plan, even if he does it anyway, when do people learn their lesson and say, okay, no more? No, Tony Pizza, I don't give a fuck what you want to talk to me about or tell me. You're not going to get me in any more fucking trouble. There's peace between me and FBS or whoever. And you're going to come up here, start talking about his fucking mother. You know what I mean?
Right. And
So-
he uses that going on her panel to further validate himself.
I know. Well, that's because, listen, he'll talk about her all day, but in all honesty, you know, she's royalty to him, and he would do
Yes.
anything to be close to her.
Oh,
But the thing is,
her pee.
yeah, and here's the other thing, like, yeah, he would drink her. Yeah, I know what you were gonna say. Gunsmoke, Angel, SoFlo, all of you. I mean, whether you're allowing him to talk shit about me or you're not, or you bring him on and he does it and you weren't expecting it, no matter what, the damage gets done. Okay. And eventually, and it probably won't be long for any of you, even if it takes a year, though, he will be talking about your families.
Well,
He will be
Angel's
just
been
like
through
he
this
did
with him
before.
4 times. She's been through it with him 4 times. He called her the first time. He called her a junkie and said Lewis OD'd in her house, all kinds of bad things, and she still continues to let him on.
Yeah.
I can't figure that out.
Yeah, I know. And everybody gets a good laugh because right now the only person Pizza's really attacking is me. But eventually, when he's attacking all of you, I'm going to sit back and laugh my balls off, and I'm not going to say a word to defend
Yeah, don't
anybody.
expect sympathy. All of you people that platform him, don't come on here bitch whining and crying when he's doing it to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
When he's done it over and over.
I know, absolutely. And I'm not all pissed off at Angel. I'm not at all. I don't care. I think you know, we'll see what happens, but you know, it's she knows, you know, how I feel about the whole situation with my mom. She knows how I feel about my mom in general. She knows, you know,
and Lee abused him.
if she could, yeah, if she could have changed what happened last night, I think she would have, you know.
I think so.
So I'm not all pissed off at her, but I will say this: Parasite Slayer, you fucking douchebag. Like, and I could have pulled up the clip. I have the fucking clip on here. When the thing about CPS came up, Parasite Slayer, you are such a lying scumbag.
Can I
fucking
point
fraud,
something out about
fruitcake.
him too?
Oh, go right ahead.
He's the biggest hypocrite idiot I have ever seen. He said somewhere, yeah, that information that we got about Miss Can't Be Wrong is right, blah, 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 blah. And then he falls into talking about FBS calling you the world's biggest doxer. Hey, retard, you just said 2 seconds before that you doxed me and got it right. So you're a hypocrite too. You guys dox women and all that. I mean, so I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear your gentleman anymore. I don't want to hear it.
No, this dickhead fucking said that well, I don't know if NB really called CPS or if CPS was even called. Dickhead.
Yes, she did.
And I'm sure you've heard it because you watch me religiously, Parasite Slayer, you fucking dick riding fruitcake.
It happened
played.
You showed me the message. You played the message, and you texted it to me where the lady called the timestamp.
Yeah, I played it on the show. I played because Angel didn't believe me at first, and then she heard it, and she even said, I think when NB was on her show once or something, that she knew that somebody called CPS. I don't know if she said she knew NB did it, but I played the fucking voice message that the CPS
played it and
agent
then sent it
left
to
for
me,
Shanna
and proved it to me.
Yeah,
So I seen the timestamp.
Yeah, and guys, let me just reiterate again, okay, in case any of you ever doubt me. This today, as much as it killed me to play this fucking recording, this is just another example. FBS does not lie. Anytime I put something out there, you motherfuckers will say, I'm lying. I'll let a certain amount of time pass, and then eventually I'll say, okay, now I'm going to prove you all to be fucking full of shit, and I'm going to prove myself to be, honest as always. So, never question me, never doubt me, and I'm going to make a fool of you if you ever call me out and try to say I'm lying. You know what I mean? It was a bad idea. Bad idea. So, and then now
Jimmy.
listen, Jimmy, what's up, brother? It's good to see you here. And now they're going to keep saying the same thing. They'll be talking about mama dying or he was scamming this and that every day, even though I just play it, don't matter. But I got to get to the point where now I ignore it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, look, we've had between 225 and 250 people, basically the whole show. Everybody will watch this show. Everybody will hear it. You know what I mean? It's enough already. It's enough. You guys keep saying whatever the fuck you want, but eventually, let me tell you something. All of you motherfuckers, eventually, your moms are going to get sick. Okay? And your moms are going to die someday, just like mine is. All right? So listen, karma will take care of you. I ain't got to do shit. You guys think it's funny? A guy's mom is dying? Whatever. I'm not surprised. From what I know about the people in this community, I'm not surprised. What did Duck say? I heard Parasite Slayer say something that they were the troll army, yet they were laughing at everyone for saying there was a troll army. Does that make sense, or am I confused? No, Parasite Slayer is one of the dumbest individuals to ever disgrace the streets of MobTube. That's the problem. You know what I mean? You didn't do nothing wrong, Ducks. He's a fucking moron. That's what he is. So. Anyway, I was gonna Angel, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I was gonna flip out on Angel today. I was gonna do I might have even texted you about it last night.
Yeah, no, I would.
Because I heard that clip and it was like, okay, you let him go for a little bit before you said anything. Now I'm also fully aware, because I'm worse at this than anybody, worse with this than anybody. Sometimes you're just drifting off and you're not listening.
I think she was babysitting too. I really do. I think she might have what? Arms part of the time.
You think she had what?
The baby. I think she was babysitting.
Oh. Well, listen, good advice for everybody. Your best bet is always to have your finger on that remove button.
Yep.
And just remove them. That's all. Angel, that's what I ask of you. You don't have to do shit, I ask. Now, everybody else, they're going to do what they want. But because me and Angel have had peace for a long fucking time now, longer than we even fought. Next time you bring pizza on this show, as soon as he says FBI, that's it. Click him off and then say, it's pizza, I'll bring you back on, but no more. And if he says FBI, that's it. It's all over. That's FBI is my. Oh, no. Now you're getting a double timeout. That's all you do. So you got to treat Tony Pizza like a baby, because that's what he is. My God.
Yeah, you have to do that with him, because it was just funny seeing him. He is just not capable of having a conversation with people.
Oh, no, fuck no. No, he listen, that guy has me on the fucking brain. There's nothing you could.
And the one lady's like, the one lady told him he literally hadn't shut up.
Oh, yeah. If let's just say pizza tomorrow night, or no, it's Saturday night, the Powerball. Let's just say tonight he wins the Powerball, and then Angel brings him on the show later. He's gonna be like, "Yo, Angel, you ain't gonna fucking believe this. I won $10 billion and I'm rich and all my problems are solved and I could buy a big house, and that FBS is fucking mother, by the way, and his fucking wife, Shanna." He can't fucking help himself. He can't. He's sick and twisted. That motherfucker is so obsessed with me. It's insane. Between him and his buddy over there, holy shit.
Right. He's like, come to Port Charlotte and let me know when you're here. I'll come see you. Pizza, we all know you're a pussy.
See me?
He said it. He said if you want to see me, come to Port Charlotte.
But if I want to see him,
Anybody, you,
Oh,
anybody,
okay. Yeah,
anybody,
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, that's why we have you now, bro. Look, I got to shout this out because I could have been seeing things, but wow, look at this. Holy fuckeroni.
Well, how good is it?
It's good. I won't say the name. It's anonymous, we'll say, but 136.91 with the message. Hey, Chris, flowers for Mom and Shanna. Keep up the great work.
Anonymous hit me up.
Yeah. There's Miss Can't Be Wrong. Get her up. Thank you so much for that. Wow.
Yeah, thank
And
you,
then
Anonymous.
Yeah, and then FBI said, oh, okay, all right, yeah. I don't think you want me to read that, so sounds good, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, FBI, for the 478. I appreciate it. All right. I don't know, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I don't know. This show didn't turn out, it didn't start the way I thought it would. I didn't expect to, wind up getting all broken up like that. But this is, you live this shit day in and day out. You know what I mean? When somebody's sick around you, you see it day in and day out, especially if you live with them.
The progression every day.
Oh
From
my
day
God.
to day, you see, yep.
It's truly a fucking living nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't expect these fucking animals to do what they do. Or I expect them to do what they do. I'm not surprised when they do what they do. But this shit I found out earlier. I'm like, holy fuck. Gunsmoke, you could have fucking sat up there and called me every name in the fucking book, and it wouldn't have equaled you saying those words, mama dying stunt. Holy fuck. And you know what? How much you want to bet rather than apologizing? He'll go ballistic tonight and act like I was just talking shit about him.
Yeah, and you weren't. You didn't say one thing.
I didn't even bash him at all. I just can't fucking believe it. I can't believe it. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, you were classy about it, the whole thing, because like I was saying, when you considered him a brother, you said many times.
Oh, of course.
Many times, and that's why it hurts so bad.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. That truly bothers me. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who wants to pretend you're somebody else, go right ahead. Don't pretend I'm somebody else. Okay? Because if you know me well, you know me to be exactly who I claim to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that fucking trying to convince people that there's some other shit going on, or trying to make up a fucking or perpetuate a rumor that I'm scamming with that. Guys, again, how do you scam? What kind of scammer says this is my scam and don't give me any money for it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why would I do that if it was about money? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
It doesn't even make fucking sense to even think, if it would even cross your mind that I was scamming. Wouldn't you say to yourself, but wait a minute, he's telling people not to donate. So that wouldn't be a good scam. A good scam would be to at least shut the fuck up and let the donations roll in. I didn't even do that. Shinebox is a guy who was always a big donor. When Shinebox donated, he donated big. When he said fundraiser, I could have jumped on that. Any other content creator would have jumped on that.
Oh, yes.
There's no way I'm going to take money under, in a situation where nothing might happen. And 15 months later, my mom could still be here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. You handled it the right way as far as that goes. You said it all along. Don't donate money to me because of that.
It wouldn't matter if I came on here today, like, listen, how much you want to bet they'll say that I was scamming because my water's turned off, that I was trying to get money? It's something like that. Now, again, how would that help me? No amount of money you give me right now can make those guys turn my water.
They probably listened to half of the story. You probably didn't hear about the.
Oh yeah, they'll just say it anyway. And guys, before you donate, just so you know, you can't help my water get turned back on. That's a decision made
first. Yeah.
Huh? What?
They got to get it fixed.
Yeah, exactly. And now I got to figure out after this show what I'm going to do, because I'm not a guy who can go without water.
We did when we bought this house, and they didn't got the power mixed up, switching our power over. We went and got a room and billed them for it, and they ended up paying us. It took a while, but the power company did.
Yeah.
So that's what I would try to do. I'd keep the receipt, and but I'd go. Hell yeah, that gives you a chance to enjoy being out.
Yeah, but the problem is my wife has to work. My mom, that's a whole situation moving her. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know what to do. I'm not going to go by myself. You know what I mean?
Or maybe just go if it's just water. You got what? It's just the water, right? If it's
as
it's
far
just
as
the
I
water,
know. Well, I'm
then I'd go
assuming my
get some
gas
water.
isn't turned on.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay, so no heat. That's probably why I'm freezing to fucking death. I
yeah.
was
So
pissed
you're
off.
gonna
I thought
have
Sky had
to.
turned the heat down. Oh fuck. All
You're
right.
gonna
And guys,
have to probably get a room then.
yeah, and let me make it very clear. I don't need hotel money. I don't even know if I'm going to one. And if I do, I got it covered. Don't worry. I'm not raising money from a hotel. Holy fuck. Unbelievable. If I came on here today and said my dick hurt, they'd say he's raising money to make his dick better.
No,
Nothing I say.
you're just telling people what's going on in your life and talking
Yeah,
out loud
I
about
know.
fix it.
I know. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Joe Blow, you're a nut. You're right though. What was I gonna say? Oh, I forget. Oh well. What were we just talking about?
Pizza and Angel and all of them. That's kind of what we were talking about. And the power stuff and donations.
Oh yeah, I don't know. But I don't know what I was gonna say. But fuck me. Now I want to hold on. Now I got to do this. By the way, BTF Phoenix $10 said check Venmo for Miss Can't Be Wrong. Prezi. Let's see. Oh, there you go. $10 for you, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I will send it to you after the show.
Thank you.
And by the way, Antonino, $15 for give this to the water department guy to turn on the water. Thank you. And another $10 for Can I Be Lee Cole? Yeah, Antonino, if you want to come up, we'll all role play. You could be Lee Cole.
Yeah, come on up here, Antonino.
Oh,
Antonino's
shit.
a good guy. He's got the best sense of humor. And tell Leon I said, Earth.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, that person who sent me that 20, I never saw if you put in the chat whether you want me to say it was you or not. It's up to you. If not, I won't say anything. So we were talking about chlamydia, something about your dick hurting.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. No,
keep donations anonymous. You guys, we don't have to shout your name out. We can keep our mouths shut about it.
Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say earlier, but as far as the donations thing, this is another thing. Guys, and I can't say this enough times. We have, issues where money's short sometimes and all that stuff's short because of the way we do things. But we do have a savings. We don't have a ton of fucking money. Okay. But there's never going to be, there's never going to be a situation where things get so bad that I'd have to pull any type of scam. Never. I would never allow that to happen in a million fucking years. It would never fucking happen.
No,
so
you're guys, like anybody else you want to add to what you have saved. There's nothing wrong with that.
Of course. Yeah. I do these shows. I want to make money, but there is never in this 3.5 years time where I've ever felt like even where I've even considered making something up to make fucking money. I've never had to. That's another thing that pisses them off. Tony Pizza, he's got to constantly have a scam. Leon ate a rusty nail. My fucking, I got to get him shot. I got to get his balls clipped. My fucking, I got an apartment. I need the money for the apartment. I'm going to lose it to the woke joke. So I got a camper. I need gasoline. I got a car I want, but I don't have the money for the car.
And he don't realize, he's like the little boy who cried wolf. And people have basically just about the wells drying up for him. He can say he got buku donations last night if he wants. Everybody on Angel's show hates him. So none of them donated to him.
Yeah.
Because he was on with her half the night and then on bright and early begging. So he didn't get that much money.
Yeah. And listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was told that the other night, Gunsmoke, while Tony Pizza was talking shit about me on his show or something, he said something like, but look, I got good views and I made $250 so far. Okay.
Yes,
so listen, when you guys want to talk about me doing shit for money, they said that this motherfucker was on his show dropping the N-word like every 30 seconds.
Yep. Yeah,
And he's talking about,
what he
but
said.
when they gave him shit about it, he's like, but look, I made okay. So if you guys want to look for people that are doing shit to make extra money, look elsewhere. Don't look at me.
And I'm
Okay.
going to tell you this right now. If you'd have allowed him on your show to drop the N-word every 30 seconds, every troll channel, everybody be crawling up out from under piles of shit to bitch about it. And replay it
Without a
over
doubt.
and over and over and over. We'd never hear the end of it if it happened over here. But we don't let that shit take place over here that other people do in their chats.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I just don't play those games. You guys have seen me fucking Matt B. You guys have seen me kick big donors to the curb. I literally stand for something. I'm not like anybody else here. If I think a motherfucker's a scumbag, he's a scumbag. If you do something to me and you donate $500 a week to me, I'm gonna get rid of you. I don't give a fuck. I've done it a million times. I've survived all of it.
Yes,
you know, you guys have watched me. My haters and my friends have watched me. You saw me get rid of Pee-wee for all reasons, or I mean, of all reasons for SoFlo.
Yep.
SoFlo, he said if you keep whatever his message was, I showed it to you guys on here.
Yeah,
as long as you're gonna stand by SoFlo,
I
I can't donate no more. I said, all right, bye, and I fucking torched his ass on the way out.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's so funny, man. Everybody's pulling the scams. Everybody's pretending they're something they're not. Everybody's doing this, or this. Everybody's platforming scumbags so they can make a little extra money. I'm the only guy not doing it, and yet I'm the only guy who gets called out for somehow being a scammer.
The accusing are so afraid that they're missing out on a buck. That's what it is. They're afraid they're missing on a buck. It's like, get to work. Do better. Do better. You want more money? Do better.
Yeah, and I want to say something. I want to say that was always my motto or what I used to say about these guys. Yeah, just do better. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Do better.
Do better.
Yep, this Mark fucking clown. Now, Miss Can't Be Wrong, after what I played, you tell me how there's any shadow of a doubt. Could there possibly be any shadow of a doubt that I'm telling the truth? That I was telling the truth since August 22nd, 2023?
No doubt. No doubt. No
or
doubt.
was it 2023?
Yeah,
okay,
no
so
doubt.
there's no way, right? So even Mark, you hating cocksucker, even you can't deny it. Are you going to apologize tonight, Mark? Are you going to say, damn, FPS just proved?
They'll hang on to it, and then even when they find out they're wrong, it's birds whistling. They will never apologize.
Well, listen, I know that the trolls will keep going and going and going, but I just want to see if certain content creators who've been talking shit lately about that situation, since you heard that, if you're going to say tonight, all right, listen, even if you want to say I hate FPS, he's a scumbag, he's a piece of shit, but this I apologize for. He was telling the truth. There's just no denying it anymore. He was telling the truth. Let's see. That's the measure of a man. Let's see what happens.
Of course,
I'm the only person who ever does shit like that. Huh?
I would love for him to prove me wrong and fool me and actually be decent about something. I would love that.
Oh, you know what? I'd give him credit for at least that. I'd say, all right, Mark, you know what? All this shit talking you do about me, as unjustified as it is, I'll give you credit. At least you fucking manned up. You know, at least you manned up.
Yeah.
You dropped bro, Mark, where you at? I know you're watching, brother. You want to grab the link? You grabbed Angels last night.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to drop the link for Mark. I want to see if Mark will come on and apologize like a man. I won't yell at you. I won't do anything to embarrass you.
Angel, drop the link. There it is, Angel. There it is. But like Angel, you know, like I was saying, she did call Tony Pizza out on a couple of things.
Oh, yeah. No, I heard she stood up for me a couple of times. That's why I'm not doing the show about her.
Let me make sure that is Angel. Let me make sure that's her. I said it before I even looked. I had forgot you unblocked all these people. That's Angel. That's her. That's her.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because people will try to, you know, and I just thought, oh, wow, he unblocked hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she back there? I can't tell.
Not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Ben 41 said, grab the link, punks. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, like real deal. He really held Pete's feet to the fire. I was impressed with him. He held his feet to the fire. All the guys on there did. Lee didn't let him get away with nothing because he really talked some harsh stuff about Lee's brother that was uncalled for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pizza really said horrible things about Tom Coles over and over and over.
So Lee wasn't having it.
No, whatever, and apologies don't mean nothing. So whatever Lee says to him, he deserves, and Lee's justified in my book.
Good. And real deal, that dude, listen, he's a good man.
Yeah, I like real deal.
Say about that guy. Yeah, he's a good man. All right, here comes Angel. What's up, Angel?
FBS.
Oh my God, it's been a long time.
I know. Hi, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I have the baby, so I really can't stay on long. I could stay on until she stops crying. But FBS, how many times have you had people on here who said bad things about me? How many times have people said bad things about my mother?
I don't know, Angel. Honestly, I've had people say bad stuff about your mother on here.
No, you did. You and Gunsmoke.
Oh, but Angel, you know that was a different time, and you know why all that was going on.
But
what we did to each other.
I would never let anybody talk about anybody's mother, anybody's wife. And I said that last night. Don't talk about people's families. Everybody, all of you. I don't speak about anybody's family, no matter how mad I ever get. I don't talk about people's families. And I said that last night. Why does everybody have to resort to talking about family members?
Yeah. Well, listen,
my daughter was called filthy names by that freak in the UK. Like, I don't understand why people drag people's kids and mothers and sisters and brothers into things. I don't do things like that.
No, I know, but I
did not bring him on last night to go after you. He was on for quite a while, and him and Lee Cole were going at it.
I know, but Angel, you know when you bring him on that he's going to talk about me and my family, right?
No, because the last time that he came on, he did not. He didn't.
He didn't, or did he? And you stopped him? Which one?
Yes.
You stopped him.
Yeah.
Okay, but point is though, you know he's going to try.
I didn't say I'm going to get in trouble. I said I don't want to fight with people. I don't want to fight with.
You know what I meant. Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, like,
I don't want to fight with anyone.
I know you don't, and we've been at relative peace for a long time, so there's no need for it. But you got to admit, since we really went through it, I've never allowed anybody to speak bad about anyone in your family, not in this chat, certainly not in this panel, period, at all. I would never. I'm telling you, if Miss Can't Be Wrong came on here, which she never would, and she even said the words Angel's mom, I would kick her over to SoFlo's channel.
All right. Baby A said I let people say bad things about her. I don't even know who Baby A is.
Baby A is she's a.
But where
awesome.
did they say bad things and I let them say it? I think
I don't know.
I know who she is, and I think I defended her.
Yeah,
she's the one that Nick Romano did bad things.
Yes, that's it. I defended her. So why is she saying that I let people talk bad about her?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But whatever. I just don't want to fight with anybody. That's it.
I know.
I don't want to fight with pizza either. I don't want to fight with anybody. I don't want to fight with Chicago Muscle. I don't want to fight with the guy in Miami. I just don't want to fight anymore. I know,
but with pizza, and I know that you might, let him get away with a little bit because you don't want to fight with him. But Angel, it's only right. If he ever is on your panel and he even says the word Shanna or FBS's mom, you should kick him right the fuck off.
He did not say anything about your wife. He didn't say didn't even say anything about your mother. What he said was about you.
No, he said my mother is not really sick.
Okay, but that's not something bad. He didn't call her the C word or anything.
That's not bad, Angel.
You know what I mean? He didn't curse your mother out, is what I'm saying. I mean, he said she's not really sick. I said, all right, I don't want to fight with these people. Like,
Angel, hold on. Let's break that down for a second. My mother, as we know, is sick and dying. She's in end-stage heart failure. Him saying she's not sick is worse than calling her a cunt, in my opinion.
Not me.
Well,
I mean, not to me. I mean, if he would have said, listen, what I said last night is everybody has their own opinions. You have your opinions. I have mine. He has his. That's what I said last night. So It's not that he's cursing your mother out. In his opinion, she's not sick.
You can't have an opinion. Angel, come on, because we're about to start fighting. Come on. You can't have an opinion about whether or not somebody's sick. It's a fact.
I know your mother's sick.
Okay, well, there you go. So why wouldn't you say,
I
no,
know
his
your
mother's
mother's
sick? All right. But so why wouldn't you say that? That I know
My
she's
family's
sick.
doing real good, D's nuts. Real good. Both sides. Rickards, Albanos, Gottis, everybody's good. Go ahead, FPS. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, why didn't you say that? Why didn't you not say, no, you can't say that. She is sick and he wasn't scamming. He told people not to donate.
First of all, I didn't even realize what he was saying, to be perfectly honest. The baby woke up and I had the baby in my arms. I'm talking very, very low the whole night. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. I just said I don't want to fight with these people. I don't want to fight with anybody.
Yeah, I know, but
I apologize if that really, upset everybody. But I'm sorry. I had the baby in my arms. She kept waking up.
All right. Well, Baby A
I
wants
just
to.
don't understand. What did I do to Baby A?
Well, she wants to
she's
come
gonna
on.
come up and explain it. I don't know because I didn't see
Okay.
what happened.
All right. Everybody, let's all be civil here.
Well, I don't expect everybody to be civil here.
I'll just.
And let me tell you another thing. Last night, Lee Cole
I just mean people in the
off.
panel.
All right. Last night, Lee Cole jumped off. He had a wrench. He was blocking so many people. Trolls accounts came in. He was blocking people that were calling you names, people that were calling SoFlo. They had SoFlo accounts. He was doing all of that. So we don't allow that in my chat. I don't like people come in.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna say this though. If I ever have anybody on my show and they say anything that could even be considered negative towards somebody in your family, I'm kicking them right the fuck off. I'm not giving them a chance to say it again. None of that shit. That's just the way I am.
You've had Kasparoza on.
He didn't talk about your family.
Well, he talked about me, talked about my brother.
Well,
That's
it's
my
a little
family.
different when we're talking about each other. If you had pizza on and he said a couple things about me, I obviously wouldn't feel the same way as him mentioning my mom. Anyway, here's Baby A. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to go see if I have running water. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Right. Oh, Baby A is, wait a minute.
Is Baby A back there?
It says device is not connected. Oh, she just left. I guess she'll be coming back. Yeah, and Kasparoza and you have your own personal thing going on back and forth.
But I'm just saying, we bring people up. We don't know what they're going to say. They're going to say something negative about someone. You know, you could say, look, don't talk about this. I don't want to fight with these people.
I know, but Angel, every show he goes on, Tony Pizza, every show within a couple of minutes, he's talking about my wife or my mother. You got to admit that.
He didn't do that last night.
He talked about my mother. We just went over.
It took him a while. Him and Lee Cole were going back and forth.
Well, I didn't watch the show. I don't know.
Well, him and Lee Cole were going back and forth.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm hoping Baby A comes back here, so maybe this could be worked.
I don't even know her. Why would I let people talk bad about her? I defended her. I think that guy came in my chat and I said, is this the guy who was, I don't want to say it right now, that woman, that girl, you're not welcome here. So I don't know what I did bad to her.
Well, here she is. Hold on. Let's see. Baby A.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Hi.
Nothing. Look, Angel, I apologize for yelling in the chat. I was just trying to make sure you could see me. So back when Nick was running around lying on me like a sick perverted weirdo, you remember that?
Yeah.
He got on your panel and I was told about this one. I did not see this one, but he was allowed to say some really messed up stuff about me. And I know at the time you probably didn't know if it was true or not.
Nick's
I guess
never been on my panel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Matt, come on, Angel, for real.
Nick was on my panel?
Yes.
When was this?
back when he was doing all his crazy stuff. This is what I was told, so correct me if I'm wrong, that he was allowed to get up there and say a whole bunch of lies and stuff about me. Am I wrong or
Can't
right?
be wrong. Did you ever see this or hear this?
I mean, I don't know. I know Nick was cruising around to all of the show.
Yup,
Never
and he
been
went
on
to
my panel.
Gunsmoke. Huh?
He's never been on my panel. Never.
Never been on your panel. Y'all were friends, right?
No, I was never friends with. Listen, I said this from the very beginning that
Mhm.
people on here fight, like him and FBS had a fight, and then I said that for some reason in this community, as soon as somebody fights with somebody that we don't like or we have a problem with, we all flock to that person to make friends with them, and I
Right.
wasn't doing it. So he's never been on my panel. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you know, baby, if Angel says he won't on there, I mean, Angel, I believe Angel. I mean,
You
know
do?
what I mean.
No, ex Jesse Rock. Was he
It
ever on
might
my
have been
panel?
somebody else's panel that her, you know, and they said her name or something. But I just
Tony B said
don't
no,
remember.
that guy has never been.
He's
Yeah,
never
Tony
been
B
on
said
it.
that guy's never been on there.
I don't remember. I don't remember it myself.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly,
That's
baby, hey, let it, you know,
Listen,
I
in
believe
the very
Angel's
beginning,
sincere, you know, let
all
it go
right.
with her, you know, patch it up, you know. Hey, Lee.
yeah,
Okay.
in the very beginning, he was in the chat. He was in my chat. But I don't ever remember him being on the panel ever.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
that's why I wanted to ask you because, like you said, you don't know me. I don't know you.
Exactly.
And
I did defend you because I
right.
heard what happened, and I said it on my show one night. He was in the chat, and I said,
Right. Yeah.
"Is this the guy who, you know, whatever?" And
Yeah.
and they said yes, and he was saying no, and I said, "Listen, I don't want that shit here. Don't bring it here." So I know he was never on my panel, and Brian G is a wrench in my chat. So is Tony B. So is Lee. He's never been on my panel.
Okay. Okay. Like you know, a lot of people start stuff around here. They tell lies and stuff, and I could have been fed false information too. And it sounds like I was.
Yeah, no, never.
So I apologize. Thank you
And
for talking to me.
if he ever was on the panel, why would I let him talk bad about you? He
I
was
Thank you, baby.
don't.
see
That's
Brian
what
G.
I was
You're
wondering.
right. That's it. Brian G. just reminded me he was in the chat under fake names. But it still had the wait, what are you doing? Now you gotta watch her though. Watch her. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just got a text from somebody who said it was Ducks actually. He said, "I remember texting you, telling you that Nick was trying hard to get on Angel's panel and she wouldn't let him on." Yeah, I remember that.
Thank you. See?
And Lee said he's on the show and nothing was ever said about you.
No.
Yeah, baby A,
All right.
I think you might be confused. Nick was cruising so many panels.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
probably just got confused.
Nah,
Yeah.
I was told straight
I
up Angel Gotti was the first one. But like I
Oh
said, I know people
Shit stirs,
spread
baby.
false
A shit
info.
stirs.
Yeah, they just shit started. So
Yep.
thank you for talking to me. You know, I'm woman enough to admit when I was wrong. So I apologize again. Have a good night.
Thank you, baby.
All right.
Anytime. You too.
All right, there you go. There's one fire put
See,
out.
that's resolved.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, listen, Angel, I just wanted to you know, I'm glad you came
All right,
on.
no problem. No problem.
I just, like I said, though, I'm telling you, just consider next time you have him on. Just remember these words. I'm going to write this date down. Remember that
Yeah.
if you allow Tony Pete on your show within a reasonable amount of time, he's going to talk about my mother and my wife. So
But he
please.
really didn't last night. He really didn't.
Well, I don't want to debate
he really
that.
Didn't.
Just do me a favor and stop him.
So I can't. Take care, Jimmy Calandra. FBS, thank you so much. Thank you, Jesse and Miss Can't Be Wrong. Thank you.
Angel,
I'm
if
not
I see
lying.
anybody abusing your family, I'll bounce them.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't put up with that.
All right. Thank you. Good night. I got him.
All right. Good night. All right. So who we got? Jesse and what did she say? Dickhead Jimmy Calandra?
I didn't catch
No,
that.
I think she said I can't.
Yeah, she said I can't at first. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Jimmy didn't.
You're
Jimmy
hearing
just
things,
said baby A.
yes.
Huh?
I said you're hearing things.
I hear dickhead. That's what I hear now in my head all the time. Dickhead. I got a donation. I don't know if I should shout out. So
We're glad that worked out, baby A. We're glad you got that straightened out.
That's
Yeah, she
always
jumped off.
nice. That's always nice when things can get resolved like that. That's how it should be.
Yeah. I don't listen, man. If it was anybody but Angel that this happened with last night, I probably would go a little apeshit because I still, even though she says, she didn't let him talk and shit, it's the principle of the thing. It's like, you don't understand. Like the guy is, whether you stop him or whether you defend me or not, it's the act of bringing him on is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let's just say 3 years ago, I brought A-Light on. Okay. The act of bringing him on would be like, I know you're going to talk about Angel and her family. You know what I mean?
Right.
And let me just give you the platform to do so because I know eventually you're going to do it. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, Angel sounded tired because she had the baby last night and then a while ago. And let me just tell it to you like this. It's hard once you get your kids grown and then you're babysitting the grandbaby. It takes an adjustment.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Well, I just wanted to pop on and help out a little bit if I did.
Well, thank you, Josie.
I'm gonna end up, I missed most of the show. I was running around. So after you're done, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. So I missed most of it. But all right, I'm gonna bounce down the chat.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, I think I'll probably bounce down now if you don't need me.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for having me on. I'll be in the chat.
All right. All right. Bye. I want to say somebody said earlier after I said Real Deal's a good guy. He said, well, Real Deal also said, don't compare me to FBS. Listen, I don't give a fuck. If people talk a little shit about me, I got a thick skin. I don't care. If you talk about my family, then I don't give a fuck who you are. But Real Deal is a vet, and I've never seen anything from him that would lead me to believe he's a bad person. If he talks shit about me, listen, he's on Angel's side. You know what I'm saying? So it's to be expected. Whether he, truly dislikes me or not, I don't know. But you got to show me you're a bad guy. If I have reason to believe, you're a good person, you got to show me otherwise before I'll say so. So, whether you like me or you don't, I'm going to be honest. She said, take care, Jimmy Calandra. Is that what she said? Okay. I thought she said dickhead Jimmy Calandra. I was like, that's not necessary. Joey, all right, let me see. Hold on. Let me play this real quick. This is what happened last night for anybody who didn't hear it.
I was polite to her. I said, in other words, maybe you should have a talk with your son and make him knock off the shit. But evidently, it's just like him. Evidently, she's behind the scenes with the grift because the mama dying bullshit and all the other shit.
I don't want any problems.
I'm just saying, no, I got any problems. I'm telling you.
I don't want you to.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth.
Right, but listen, I don't want.
I mean, my mother gave me 10 grand.
Now, I should have listened to that right before the show. I heard that last night. That's what I heard that pissed me off. Angel. He was talking about my mother. He said she was behind the grift. He's calling her a liar and a scammer. Hold on. We'll get back to that. Angel, come on. Here's Jimmy. What's up, bro?
What's up?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
How's everything?
Same old shit.
How's your mother?
She's good. She's doing, as good as she can be. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Just popped up, say hi. How you guys doing? How's everyone in the chat?
Yeah, it's always nice to have you on, man. You don't come around as much as you used to.
Angel, how are you?
Oh, he's going outside.
What's
I
going
look at the smile.
Hey, how's everything? How's happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. You know, I hope you guys are going to be spending it with somebody, you know, that you love. I know you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what? Hug your mother. Tell her you love her. You know what? I don't have my mother no more. And, you know, I wish I could hug her again and tell her I love her. So, you know what? If you have a mother, take care of her and be there for her. You know what I mean? Because they brought us up. Now we got to take care of them. You know, so, you know, it's just the message I want to put out there. You know, I just wanted to pop up to say hello to you. I'm really not on YouTube a lot. I would love to come back. But, you know, I've just been busy taking care of my kids and stuff like that.
I appreciate you coming on, and happy Thanksgiving to you too, buddy.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm going to come on like before Christmas. Maybe we'll do a show together.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. And tell your wife I said hi too.
I will.
Okay. Everyone out there. See you guys soon.
All right. Send the family my love, Jimmy.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. There you go. Look at that. Little guest appearance. It's always good to have Jimmy on. Jimmy's a good man, period. But Angel, come on. I wish she was still on the show just so I could. I mean, how are you going to deny that? Listen to how much shit he said before she stopped him. Listen to this shit.
You know, I was polite to her. I said, in other words, maybe you should have a talk with your son and make him knock off the shit. But evidently, his mother is just like him. Evidently, she's behind the scenes with the grift because
Oh my God.
the mama dying bullshit and all the other shit.
I don't want any problems.
No, I'm just saying, no, you're not gonna have any problems. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I am. I don't want you to.
I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the
All right,
truth.
but listen, I don't want.
I mean, you know, my mother gave me 10 grand.
My God, I'm fucking mighty. Angel. What the fuck were you doing even having a conversation about my mother? What were you even doing? Why would you even have somebody on there talking about her? You see what I'm saying? This Angel, just when I start to soften up on you a little bit. Jesus fucking Christ. I try to be nice, guys. Unbelievable. See, that's how bad my memory is. I heard that last night. That's why I got pissed. Oh my God. If I would have done a show last night, I would have torn into Angel bad. That's why I got so fucking pissed off. I wish I would have listened to that right before the show. See? God damn it. Oh well. Is what it is. Fuck it. Guys, he's poison. He's poison. Look at the trouble. Look at the trouble that he causes. Oh, Saxon, I don't know if I shouted that out. Matched Ben, thank you. Ben 41, I believe I shouted that out. Thank you. Soto, $20. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Or did I already shout that out? I'm not sure. Here's I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. What's up, bro?
Everybody send Chris a donation because he's giving you guys the greatest show on earth tonight.
Yeah, it is. It is a hell of a show, ain't it?
It's like musical chairs in here. I don't know.
No.
Angel Gotti is like a filthy freaking liar. I don't even know. She came on here. She said she's all. I don't talk about people's families or whatever she said. She sent me an email recently threatening she's going to talk about my family, which is not the first time she's done that. And she has bashed members of my family, including my parents, on YouTube before. Which is like this lady, she's sick. I don't even know what to say. But anyway.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand the purpose of bringing a guy like this on for anyone. I don't know. Because you ain't got to say it. Listen, if a guy talks shit about somebody's family on your show, it's like you saying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think generally speaking, it's just good practice just to cut them off. You know, just just stop with that. There's no. You know what I mean? Just stop with that. There's no.
Bro, I've ended so many friendships because I got tired of people starting wars for me. You know what I mean? It's like, so I wouldn't bring anybody on the panel who is going to start one. You know what I mean? Like
whatever happened with that Pee Wee guy? Because I remember when you ended things with him. I guess you could say.
Bro, we were cool. I met with him in Florida. We went to dinner together. We had a good time. I met his wife, a beautiful, lovely wife. Everything was cool. And then one day, I don't know if he was drunk or what, he sends me a text message. He was giving me like at least a couple $100 a week.
I remember that.
And he sends me a text message and says, I'm not, as long as you stand by this SoFlo guy, I'm done. So I said, all right, fuck it. Don't give me no ultimatum. Be done.
I just remember that he would go on your show and just start talking about all these random murders, you know, like unsolved murders. Like this guy got killed on this corner. This guy got killed on that corner. This is who did it. This is what day it took place in November 1996. You know, just like, I was like, what is this guy talking about? Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, he would talk about like the Billy Veazey murder in Philly and all this shit. And I'm like, oh my God, bro, what are you doing? I remember I had to call into, Gunsmoke show one night and be like, Pee Wee, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing, bro? Stop. He's talking about biker gangs and like all types of outlaw fucking bikers and criminals. And I'm like, bro, listen, I just got a text message. I won't read it all, but it says that you were on the panel with Pizza and Gunsmoke. Were you on a panel with Pizza and Gunsmoke while Pizza was talking shit about me?
It was, I think he said something very briefly about you, and then I think somebody changed the conversation if it was me or Gunsmoke, but it wasn't like I just sat there and let him roast you or whatever. The conversation just changed, I believe, is what happened. I can get the footage from you. The footage for
I
you.
don't. Listen, these things, man, it's just like today, like somebody sent me, okay, yeah, well, whatever.
He threatened to murder me on that show, too. If it counts for anything. Yeah, he said he's going to put me in the trunk of a car. He's going to put a hatchet through my head. And he elaborated in full detail. And I said, well, why don't you tell me when you're going to be in town so, we could meet up? He's like, no, I'm not going to let you see it coming. I was like, okay, all right. So,
I think I heard about that. Yeah. Listen, I don't watch this shit. Like earlier, somebody sent me like the whole like Angel show from, I guess, when that Mark guy came on and when Pizza was on, all that shit. And it's like, I don't even want to fucking hear it because I'm going to hear something in there that's going to irritate the fuck out of me. You know what I mean?
I'm hesitant to even call into any shows because it's like, if I'm cool with somebody and they have a problem with somebody else that I'm cool with, it's like such an awkward position if somebody brings up the other person and I'm just like, I don't want to like take part in this or be perceived as taking part in it. It's it is what it is.
Yeah. Let me see something here. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna shout this out. I don't know if I should, but
go for it.
Let me make sure. I was hesitant, but let me make sure. All right, yeah, I got a fucking donation from Mob Rats 1. I guess he just goes by Mob Rats, and he said that $10 is sorry to hear about your mother been through it. So I hope I didn't just cause anybody any problems, but thank you very, very much for that. And then I got, oh my God, I got, let's just say from an anonymous person, $30 for good show. And I would have never expected it to have come from this anonymous person. So that's all.
See, Pee Wee's not a bad guy after all.
It ain't him. Wouldn't that be some shit if Pee Wee popped up? I just got another message about you, Mr. Kasparoza.
Go for it. What do they have to say?
He said he sat there and while Pizza said the N-word 11 times, after about an hour and a half, Pizza started threatening him.
No, I don't think I'd categorize it as that. That was, I think he started threatening me because he thought I was insulting him. I really don't remember the specifics of it. But like I was like fucking around with him and I was just breaking his balls. It's the first time I ever spoke to him. And I was joking around. I was like, yeah, I read your name in Johnny 8 Lights 302s. And there was a guy like Tony Cheese and Crackers. I was just joking, making up shit, just joking around. And then I think at some point I don't remember what it was, but he just took it very personal. And he began threatening to murder me. And yeah, he did drop the N-word a couple of times. But he's a demented guy. What can you expect from a guy like that?
I got a text that said you're lying.
About what part?
By the way, I'm so OCD for the anonymous person who sent me the $30. And now I'm questioning if I said thank you. Thank you very, very much. That was unexpected and it means a lot to me. I appreciate it from you. I really do, buddy.
I really don't remember the specifics of why he threatened to murder me. I don't remember exactly what triggered that, but he kept saying, he said it more than once, and he was giving I was gonna be in the trunk of a car, and yeah, he said something like that. Are you trying to make a jerk off out of me? Because I asked him. I don't know. Does he know a guy named Tony Cheese and Crackers? You know, because he's Tony Pizza. I don't. I really don't remember. It was.
Duck said that. Duck said that he said, are you trying to make a jerk off out of me?"
I do remember him saying that.
Were you trying to make a jerk off out of him?
Not really. I was just fucking around. I thought it was funny, but I don't think he took it that way.
Oh. So. Well, I think he's a jerk off.
I think he's a guy who's been through a lot in life and clearly has some mental issues, and he's definitely a guy who's put himself in certain situations, alienated people. I mean, this is a guy who I think part of it had to do with Vlad TV, because it was after he was mentioned on Vlad TV, and I was telling him, I don't even remember because Gunsmoke took the show down, but I think I said something along the lines of that he could be making a lot of money because like people would pay him like cameo videos. You know what I'm saying? A guy like that could be making like $100,000 a year legit on YouTube. But he would need somebody to like, and I've said this probably on your show before. I don't know if I have, but I've said it to people in conversations for sure that a crazy guy like that could be making a lot of money. Legit. Like the Iron Sheik. He used to get paid all kinds of money to curse people out. Like, oh, it's my friend's birthday. Can you tell him to go fuck his mother or whatever, you know? And throwing something about Hulk Hogan. Like, and people would pay the Iron Sheik a lot of money. And people would pay a crazy guy like that.
Do you remember the Iron Sheik clip that Howard Stern used to play? You're a gay and faggot.
Yeah. People would pay money for that. Like, have Tony Pizza, I'm going to put you in a fucking trunk of a car, you motherfucker. And you just get something like that in your email. Like, people pay money for that kind of stuff. And I said something like, I think he thought, I don't remember it all, but I don't know if he thought I was trying to insult him. Like, yeah, you should go on Vlad TV because it'll be huge for you. It would. But it just, I don't know. Who knows with a guy like that?
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know, man. He can't control himself enough to do something like that. He's nuts.
I told him you would need somebody that like to help you manage it. You know, like a handler or somebody to set up a website for you, whatever. He's like, all right, well, somebody comes with a fucking check, you know. And Tom Lavecchia wants to do that. He had delusions of grandeur or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't remember exactly what was said, but.
Well, J.R. Ewing wants to know if you're Louis Kasman. No, he's Chris Kasparoza.
No.
Different Kaz.
No, I've never communicated with Louis Kasman, not to my knowledge anyway. I don't know if he's messaging me under a different account or something, but I've never. Dude, that guy wore a wire to the eulogy. He gave the eulogy while he was wearing a wire for the government, and was sitting there comforting Angel and her sister and their mother and other relatives while he was wired up for the feds. Like that guy just. Like
that's fucking. Could you imagine doing that? Holy,
he wore a wire on her mother after she had a stroke, like trying to find out where the Gotti stash was buried, you know, shit like that. It's like, and they said with him, I don't know that this was ever proven, but I believe the allegations were, I don't remember the specifics, but while he was going on TV to advocate for her father, like on CNN and shit like that, oh yeah, you know, he's not receiving proper medical treatment in Mary and all that kind of stuff. He was giving information to the feds to keep him in the hole, saying, yeah, he's passing messages through the lawyers and controlling, you know, men on the street, things of that nature.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember the specifics. Angel will know more on that, but
should we bring her on?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't have a nightmare tonight. But the
Angel, listen, Angel. I know you're watching. I feel like after last night, I feel like you owe me a little bit, just a little bit. I think that the payoff show or whatever the fuck you want to say, your way of making it up to me, there you go, I can't speak, would be to come on here and battle it out with Kasparoza right now. That's all I'm saying. I think it would be a good idea.
What, is she backstage?
No. I'm just fucking around. Jimmy Calandra said you better be careful, Kasparoza. I don't know why though. What's he talking about?
Was he talking Tony Pizza?
Yeah,
Angel?
He's probably talking about Tony Pizza threatening you. Yeah.
Oh, dude, believe me, if she could, Angel would have me in the trunk of a car by now. Best believe that. So,
yeah, you don't think she could if she really wanted to?
No, that's what I said. If she could, you know, it's absolutely.
Yeah. I got to say, this is a shocker because I haven't seen this guy in forever, and this just made me a very happy guy. My man, Stephen Cordell, is back. He said, been away, what's good, $25. Thank you, Stephen Cordell. My man, it's good to see you. I hope all is well, and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you before then. It's turned out to be a good show, Casper. It started off a little fucked up, but it's turned out to be pretty good. Let's see.
I got to get the clips of where Tony Pizza threatened to murder me.
I'm sure somebody has them. They could probably send them to me right now. I'd like to hear that. Then again, I don't even like hearing that scumbag's fucking voice.
It was, it's been a while since somebody threatened to murder me. So,
yeah. Well, really though, because I can imagine people threatening to murder you quite often.
It's happened a few times in my life. I remember one time, this chick that I was dating, whatever. Long story, but one of my friends comes to me one day. He's like, "Yeah, so and so. She just owed me $50 to punch you in the face." And I was like, "Well, thank you for not accepting it." But
yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, he should have accepted it and just split the money with me. That would have been nice.
For really $25 for a punch in the face? I don't know.
We were 18 years old, dude. It was like,
oh well, yeah, that's it. You could take a punch easy.
Oh no, I mean, take the money, but not punch me and just give me half the money.
Oh, I got you. My bad, I got distracted. Where do you stand with John A. Light, Mr. Kasparoza?
Where do I stand with him? I don't stand with him.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's mob tube. Friends become enemies. Enemies become friends. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot I know about that guy that I don't really think I could be friends with him. But that's a whole other conversation.
But no more going back and forth with him.
Nah, for what? It's I don't even want to go back and forth with Angel. It's just that that lady lies about me continually. So just her coming on here mentioning my name. Oh, you had Kasparoza on. Okay, you had Elio Forcina on your show, an attorney who gave me legal counsel, gave your brother legal counsel, went on your show and blatantly lied with you about work I did with your brother. Like blatantly lied. Just like, what? And has declined to correct it. So, an attorney.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. Listen, this thing I just heard pisses me off. If it wasn't her, if it was anybody else, I'd probably go apeshit. I think I'm worn out with fighting with her, honestly. I think I am. Either that or I don't know. I just have problems fighting with a grandmother unless it's absolutely necessary. But there are things that piss me off, and this is one of them. You know what I mean? And after this show, I'll probably regret that I didn't snap out on Angel a little bit. But I don't know. Because listen, it gets ugly, as you know. It gets crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, Angel is a perpetual victim. She pokes at people with a stick, and then they come back at her, and she's a victim.
You're gonna get me in trouble. Brian Bundle says, "Is it true that Chris does know John Gotti Jr.'s waist size?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not a serious comment, but who knows? Maybe he does.
I have no idea. I know he's 5'9", something like that. 5'8.5", 5'9". That's all I know.
Wait a minute. You listen. What the fuck is this? Did I just get a threat? Is that a threat to the person who just texted me? I'll regret it. Is that a threat? Please tell me before the show is over if that's a threat.
What happened?
I don't know, but somebody also texted me and said, "Ask Ducks." He sat there. Wait a minute. Oh, that's about you sitting there while Pizza was talking shit about me.
It was. I remember it was very brief, and it didn't go too far. Yeah. And if I owe you an apology, I'll give you one. I'll get the clip. That's all I can say. It was just.
Do me a favor. You want to just apologize just for the fuck of it? No, I'm just playing. I ain't sweating. I don't care.
I apologize if for not cutting Pizza off, whatever. But it was a very quick thing. I didn't think much of it.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know.
It was. It's he threatened to murder me on the show numerous times. That's all I could tell you. So.
Yeah. Well, is what it is. I don't know. I just don't understand people bringing him on the show, but it's just me. He's poison. He's poison. I mean, you might gain moment like for a little while, like maybe if you have him on, I don't know, if you do a little series of shows with him, like stand-up guy or something, maybe you'll gain, I don't know, some money, some fucking some views, or if you bring him on just every now and then, maybe it'll be good for a specific show, but I don't really understand the benefit. It can't make a person look good, and he's poison. All he's going to do is start trouble for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I said the other day that let's just say Pizza didn't do all the shit he did to my family, and I thought he was funny. I still wouldn't bring him on the show because by the time I kick him off the show, he's already started 6 wars that I have to deal with now. You know what I mean? It's just my opinion.
I do remember on the show, he said something about Maureen's husband or son or something, and both Gunsmoke and I basically shut him down really quick. Just like, dude, why are you even talking about somebody's family? It's like,
so you shut him down for that, but for me, it was like, no, it's all good. Keep going.
No, it was
He hasn't crossed the line. No. He's only talking about FBS. If he talks about anybody else, that's where we draw the line.
And then I remember she jumped on there for a little bit, and then even Chicky jumped on there for a second. But then I think it was even too crazy for him, and he just bounced with Tony Pizza. But I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, but it was it's fucking YouTube, dude. That's all I can tell you.
All right,
anyway.
Chris. Well, I'm gonna wrap up the show and
do
shit here in a few
thing.
minutes. So.
No,
all right, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. All right, I'll talk to you.
Yep.
All right,
bro. Peace. I'm really curious. This is classic. Why is nobody donating? I don't know, but I can't complain. A lot of people took care of me. I didn't get a ton of super chats, but I still got some, and I got a lot of cash. I cannot complain. I cannot. And listen, guys, this is all I can say about this shit. The beginning of this show, what I talked about then for maybe the first, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes. This is a person I choose not to talk about. Okay. I never wanted to do a single show about him. He put me in a situation where I had no choice. And I did one show about him. I felt like enough was said. I haven't spoken about him since. I can't say that when I'm angry that the little, digs aren't taken. And he can't say that either. He does the same shit. But this is a situation where even with everything else that he did, this is shocking. You know what I mean? Shocking. Because everybody fucking knows that my mother was on the show twice after that news. Everybody knows it. And everybody heard her. So now you're putting me in a real fucked up situation. Because not only are you talking about the situation, which you have no fucking business talking about. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. But you're not just calling me a liar. You're calling her a liar. Now, these are the same people that if they even thought that I was even coming close to possibly maybe mentioning one of their fucking family members, they would go absolutely ape shit and do a 10-hour show about me. Like, for instance, the night Gunsmoke did go after me, I didn't do anything. Apparently, Chicago Muscle was talking shit about him, and I went in the chat. Now, whether anybody wants to believe me or not, I don't give a fuck. I was not in the chat. Chicago had threatened Gunsmoke's family or threatened to talk about them or do something. This is what I was told. I didn't hear it. But I went in the chat that night because somebody called me and told me Howie was on the show. Something like that. Okay? I did not hear that part. And if I did, I would have said, bro, don't bother his family. Just like I did when SoFlo wanted to go see him in New York. And I said, don't go near his house, bro, because he's got a elderly grandfather who I think might be sick. You know what I'm saying? Because I would never allow something like that to happen to an old friend. To know that somebody's going to go to their house and do something to them and just sit on my hands and not do nothing about it. I would never do that. It's not me. So, what was I saying? Why did that part even come up? Oh, yeah, about the Chicago thing. I don't know what Chicago said that night. I was told what he said, but I didn't hear it, so I can't say for sure. But apparently some threats were made or something. It was something having to do with Gunsmoke's family. Now, I went in the chat, I guess, at some point after that. Well, Gunsmoke must have seen this, or one of his little trolls ran to him, just like they probably are now. They're probably going to him and saying I'm bashing him and shit, which I'm not. But they're probably doing that anyway. One of them must have ran to him and said, oh, FBS was in the chat while Chicago was saying those things. So he, without checking for himself or looking into it, because we have mutual friends, he could, had asked me. He went on and did like a whole show about me overnight. And I'm getting calls about this at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the fucking morning. All right. And I had to respond to that. I just can't let you do that. And I don't even know why I started telling this little story. I don't even know. But somebody just texted me about the chickie. Chickie, my 600-pound life. Hold on, you mean this chickie? Wait a minute. Where is he? There he is. You mean that guy? Hello, my name is witness number 5. Look at that. And MRE's costume. I don't even know why I was saying that, guys. I guess I was just trying to make the point that I don't know. I don't talk about this dude. I don't, I've never said a word about his family. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Because he thought that I was like co-signing what Chicago was saying about his family, he did that insane like 10-hour show. And he went on a rant about don't mention anybody in my family, blah, 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 which I never, even after this horse shit, I would never threaten. I would never mention anyone in his family. It's just not me, not his family. He'd have to put me in a situation where I had literally no choice. But even after this, I wouldn't do it. But because somebody else did something, he did this insane show about me just because he thought that I might be getting ready to say something about his family, or that I stood by somebody who was getting ready to say something about his family. But he could say what he said on this fucking jerk off Mark show, and it's like, it's all good. And this will be my fault. Tonight you will hear some bitching about how I just trashed him or some shit like that. It'll be all my fault. Whatever happened before this will not count. And I don't want to hear any shit about, 1 month ago today at exactly, 4:43 p.m., you took a dig that sounded like it could have been a shot at me. No, I didn't talk about nobody in your family. That's what you did. Just saying those two, mama dying, just that. And you're calling her a liar. So, listen, that's why the show had to be done. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm not going to lie. If it wasn't for the fact that I had that to go over, I probably would have tore into Angel a little bit. I try not to. I really go out of my way to keep peace there. Now, this pisses me off what I heard once I played that clip, but I'm not going to go over it again. I'll just say the same thing I say to everybody always. I'm being cool now. I'm letting certain things slide. Okay? But if anybody allows him to talk shit about my family on their show anymore, it's going to be between me and them. I'm not even going to mention Tony Pizza. Then it's going to be a whole new war, and I don't give a fuck anymore. And that is for everybody. Everybody. I don't care anymore. Now you put me in a position where it's like, let me tell you, I said it a little while ago, and I'll say it again. If you allow somebody to talk about my family on your show, you might as well be doing it yourself. There is no difference. No difference. I don't allow nobody to do it. Nobody. So, somehow I'll wind up being the bad guy in this whole thing, as always. And no, do I really expect any of those apologies? Yeah, right. Yeah. There's a better chance of me winning the Powerball while getting eaten by a shark and struck by lightning at the same fucking time. No chance. I'm the only guy that'll man up and be like, oh, by the way, I was wrong. My bad. I was wrong. And listen, guys, for anybody who's texting me and saying this person actually did do this or let this person do, listen, guys, you got to know me by now. I have acquaintances. Okay. I no longer have, as far as content creators or guests, people who frequent these shows as guests. I no longer have people that I trust or that I confide in or anything else. Period. Okay. So if you're wondering why I let certain things go when I could be tearing somebody apart, it's because I don't expect nothing of you. If you've already shown me I can't trust you, you know what I mean? Then what the fuck? I'm supposed to get all heated because you did one more thing? There's no point. I am aware of who everybody is here. Everybody. I am aware of who everybody is. Believe me. Even if I don't know them that well, I know them well enough. I know enough about them, about their character and everything else. So, never think that anybody's getting one over on me, because they're not. Yeah. Chicky, my 600-pound life said I made Aralata. Is that right? FBS, always the scapegoat. Always, man. Always the scapegoat. Well, guys, listen, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't have water. Chicago didn't come on, did he? I'm not bleeding into his time, am I? Oh, man. I got a lot of fucking messages. You could imagine during this show. Holy fuck. Oh shit! I should have asked him about that guy. I forgot. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go, but I don't have water, guys. I don't have water, so I might come back on. I don't know. I might come back on. Oh, CM was struck. That's right. Okay. So technically, I could do a show all night if I want, right? I can trust you, Wyatt Earp. There you go. You could trust me too, buddy. I'll just take your word for it that I could trust you. I guess I'm going to get going, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. My wife is sleeping. I got nothing to do, nowhere to go. And I have no water. So I want to thank you guys for the donations. This is, yes, you are one loyal cunt. Water is for the woke. Yeah, it is. Philly Bob, there was a gas leak. And they evacuated the block, and we left for a couple of hours. Bring back Kasparoza. Now, I'm ending the show. And I came home, several hours later, and I came in to wash my hands, and there's no water. So I went over to the guys who were dealing with the gas leak. They got a giant hole in the ground, and they said the guy said Monday it'll be back on. And I was like, I was in no mood to joke around. I'm like, you're fucking with me, right? And he was like, well, we're dealing with a lot here, so like it'll be late tonight or early morning at the earliest. So I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. Any of you guys want a guest for the night? I'll come over and we'll hang out. Anybody free and close by? Maybe I'll go to one of those skate parks they say I always go to. Oh, no, none of them are open. Oh, well. What are you talking about? So, guys, I want to thank you, man. Look at all these good people. Ben 41, you are the man, brother. Thank you. Saxon, as always, I love you, my man. BTF Phoenix, you're a sweetheart of a person, and I am glad to know you and honored to be able to call you a friend. Soto, you are the fucking man as well. And then I have cash apps from many, many people. Some I did not expect cash apps from. Some I can't shout out. But everybody who sent me one, it means the world to me. This is probably the best show I've had as far as money in a long time. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I think it was pretty entertaining. We had Angel on here. We had Chris. We had Jimmy. Lee Cole was in the chat. I bet you guys never expected this. I did not say, fuck off, ducks. Is that right? On 7 hours? Well, listen, the water won't be on in 7 hours, so maybe I should just come over, Antonino. We'll talk about it after the show. I say fuck them all. Let's go to war. Michael, there's a part of me that feels the same way. There's a part of me that feels the same way. I don't know what to do. You don't know how much I want to snap. It took a lot to keep myself calm earlier. I'm trying not to do it. But I'm getting to the point where I give a fuck less and less every day. It would just be better for everybody to just, leave me the fuck alone. If I'm not talking about you, don't talk about me. Otherwise, it's whatever. I've been through the ringer, guys. None of you have experienced what I've experienced. And you never will. You'll never be FBS. You're never going to have 9,000 clip channels about you and a bunch of dick riders sweating you all day, every day because they're jealous of you. You're not going to have it. So I'm fairly bulletproof at this point. And anything you throw at me, I'll survive. The question is whether you'll survive what I throw at you. So everybody should just leave me the fuck alone. No, we don't. We really don't, Michael. We don't. And listen, the last couple of months or weeks, whatever, is just, you've seen a couple of more beefs, like just all the ones we've had over the 3.5 years we've been on here that were not started by me. And now it seems like everybody's bringing pizza on their show. I would have to imagine to start shit with me. Now, Angel, I believe she probably really doesn't want to fight. I think Angel's a little loopy sometimes. Sorry, Angel, but listen. I don't think she understands that there's no benefit from having Tony on her show, and he's going to cause her nothing but trouble. I don't know. But other people, I have reason to believe. I mean, let's be honest. We know SoFlo brought him on so he didn't want to talk shit about me because he was afraid of splitting the audience and losing people. Okay? So he had pizza do it. He actually thought it would work to say, well, I'm not talking shit about FBS, pizza is, which is what he kept saying that day. Didn't work. You'll never see pizza in the treehouse. I better not, Jesse. Anyway, yeah, he brought pizza on. Pizza attacked me and my wife, and boom, next thing you know, Tony SoFlo got what he wanted, and I reacted, and now I guess he still talks about me every day, even when I don't talk about him. I don't know. People don't really tell me that often. And now other people are bringing him on and just letting him talk his shit about me, And it probably wouldn't be such a big deal if you could handle me doing that to you. For other people, like if I just brought somebody on here and they started trashing you, you would go off on me. But if I did it to you, I'd be wrong, right? Listen, I said it earlier. I'll say it again before I go. If any of you really want to fight with me, just call me out. Talk shit. Let it be known. But don't bring on this guy to do it for you. Doesn't look good. Yeah, I know, but still, why have him on? Why have him on? All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you all for everything. This was a great show. I appreciate all the donations. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, tonight again. Who knows? I love you all. And until next time, salute.